In this episode, we're going to get into some real quick, common mistakes that I've made over the years. We all dread them, but hear me out. I truly feel like they are absolutely necessary. They're absolutely necessary to learn from your mistakes. I know it sucks, but that's life, isn't it? So, without further ado, here's some mistakes that I've made. Okay, a little while back, I bricked my Canon T3i. I did it. Camera's dead, useless. Her name was Carrie, and she will be sorely missed. And how I foolishly made this mistake of bricking my T3i camera was basically not doing my homework, not taking the little bit of extra time to research online about voltage. So basically, I took a battery adapter and plugged it into the camera and plugged the other end into the wall outlet using an AC power adapter. I didn't check the voltage on the adapter, and I didn't check the voltage on the battery adapter, and so basically what happened was it fried the battery terminals in my camera. And it was weird too. It didn't make a sound, it didn't flash, it didn't spark, nothing exploded, nothing dramatic like that. It just basically crapped out and wouldn't work after that. So the takeaway here is, number one, if you're not well versed in electricity, either do a lot of research and get comfortable with voltage, ohms, all that stuff. Get comfortable with it and start off slow and ease into it. Option two, you can ask an electrician. Ask a certified electrician. Okay. The second mistake that I want to go over is rushing. Running around like a chicken with your head cut off, like I do, not stopping and taking a breath, thinking things over. It takes 5 more seconds, and I need to constantly remind myself to just stop for a second, stop, think, take a breather, count to 5, then go. I'm saying this, of course, because especially at the end of video shoots, we all just want to wrap our stuff and get the crap out of there. So I was on a shoot and I was wrapping up the gear, and instead of slowly and carefully packing stuff in the car, I basically just threw my gear into the back of the car, thus, of course, snapping one of the gear pieces. It was the little ball head that I used to mount my monitor on top of the camera. Now it's not an expensive loss, but it does suck. It sucks when you break any gear. So to avoid that, you know, it's obvious to some people, but a lot of us, we rush, we don't think about things, and that's when mistakes happen. So the takeaway from this is just to take your time. It only takes 5 more seconds to go over the list in your head. Think of all of the gear that you've used on the shoot. Make sure you have the gear. Make sure you didn't leave anything behind. And take 5 more seconds and just slowly break your stuff down place it into the car or the van or the truck gently. Make sure everything's nice and secure for the ride home. That way nothing, hopefully that way nothing will break. It's not 100% foolproof, but at least you know you tried. And the last mistake that I want to go over is dead batteries. It's a pain in the butt, and to some people, they may never have an issue with dead batteries. They always have freshly charged batteries. Me, I never remember to charge my batteries. So whenever I get out into the field and I'm standing there, all my batteries are dead, what the heck do I do? I'm standing there with my pants down, basically. So it might seem like a very, very common thing, but freshly charged batteries are one of the most commonly forgotten items. So my plea to you is remember to charge your batteries the night before the shoot. So no matter how much planning you do, mistakes are going to happen. The key is, obviously, to learn from those mistakes to become better. No one's perfect, and I sure as crap am far from perfect. I fully admit that. But if you embrace that fact, if you consciously go into every shoot knowing I'm probably gonna make a mistake, will it be a catastrophic mistake? Who knows? And you have the forethought to say to yourself in the moment, stop and say, this is a lesson to be learned right here. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. It's very easy to do that. But if you stop, recognize the fact that you've made a mistake, and learn from it and move on, you're all the better for it.
Don't be discouraged by failures or setbacks, because they're absolutely going to happen. If you don't fail, you can't succeed. You're never going to get to a level of success without failing, because that builds you up. Like, you learn from those. You learn more from your mistakes and your failures than you're ever going to learn from success, because never be discouraged, because the failure is going to happen and you have to keep going. That's the only way you're ever going to get better.
Don't wait for someone to say they support you. Just do it. Just do it and see what happens. Don't waste years of your life looking for someone to support you. So just get out there and do it. Don't waste years of your life, because at the end you're just going to wish you had spent more time on the things that are important to you.
If that's one thing in life that will get you forward, if you can present yourself well with somebody, and if you can present yourself on paper well with somebody, people will hire you for a lot of things that you may not even be qualified for. It's like, for people to even take me anywhere seriously as a quote-unquote filmmaker, I laugh in my head. People can't take me seriously. And it shows me that if the person's willing to learn, no matter how they learn, it doesn't have to be an official formal classroom setting. If you can show people you know what you're talking about, they take you to everything.
Use your head. Just don't think that everything's just going to come easy, because it's not. And just be smart. And more than anything, do the right thing. If you're doing the right thing, in the end, chances are you're still going to be on top, one way or the other.
So, how many mistakes from this list have you made? Have any other tips for a newbie filmmaker or videographer? Share your stories in the comments below. How many mistakes have you made over the years? Have you made any mistakes? Are you perfect? If you are, I would love to get some of your thoughts and your recommendations and tips on how I can improve myself. Do you have any other tips for anyone else? Share your stories and your tips in the comments below. And as always, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Thank you.